Welcome to Market Structural Breakdown. Let's explore untold strategies for 2026. Join me live from the 26th to the 30th.
Hey, chums. This is your guy, Anthony Phillips Njoku, the founder of 10 Digital Lane, where everyone who has a knowledge gap in digital trading can get the right knowledge, get the right guidance, and also get the right tools to enable them trade the financial market profitably. So today we'll be going over these pairs: Euro USD, GBP USD, USD JPY, XAU USD, XAG USD, which is silver, BTC USDT, Ethereum, Litecoin, and Ripple. Okay, so watch to the end because we'll be sharing some updates with you and opportunities as well. So let's dive into the Euro USD pair. So for the Euro USD pair, this is on the 4 hours time frame. This is on 4 hours time frame. Let us update this chart. We go to the weekly time frame. On the weekly time frame, we mark out the previous week high and previous week low. So this is the weekly candle. So we just mark out this previous week high. This is the previous week high over here. This previous week high over here, and then this is previous week low. This previous week low. This previous week low. Then we go to the daily time frame. On daily time frame, we mark out the daily supply zone. Okay, so this daily supply zone has been marked out, and it has been marked out far back. It's been a long time marked out the daily supply zone. So I'm glad that the market has come into this daily supply zone and is reacting in that daily supply zone. So on the daily demand level, this would serve as the current daily demand zone, which I can see. Okay, that's on the daily demand zone. So let us mark out that daily demand zone, which is this level over here. Excellent. So this is daily demand level. But when the market comes towards that level, we buy. Okay, when the market comes to that level, we buy. So for mark out daily demand, let's and support. Okay, the daily supply and demand. So then we go to the 4 hours time frame. On the 4 hours time frame, we mark out this 4 hour zone. This is the 4 hour zone marked out over here. Far back, marked it out. So if you go to the current price of chart, you see that the market is already reacting within that 4 hour supply zone. So from this level now, we're expecting sales on Euro USD, sell on Euro USD. Okay, expecting sales on Euro USD. So this is our forecast for this week. Sales on Euro USD, sales on Euro USD. Okay, then the next on the list is GBP USD, GP USD. So on GP USD, we have same views. Okay, so we marked out the daily demand on GP USD. Okay, after marking out daily demand, okay, this is the weekly time frame. I mean, on weekly time frame, let us mark out the previous week high and previous week low. Okay, this is weekly time frame. Let us mark out the previous week high and previous week low. So this is the previous week high over here. The previous week high over here, and then this is the previous week low over here. This previous week low over here. Okay, then we go to daily time frame. On daily time frame, we spotted the daily demand, daily supply. So we already spotted the daily demand and daily supply. This is the daily supply I see over here. This is the daily supply I see over here. This is the daily supply. Okay, and for the demand, we already marked the daily demand all the way down here. Okay, so with this in mind, let's now go to 4 hours time frame. 4 hours time frame, we mark at the 4 hours supply as well. So if I go to the past, mark at the 4 hours supply, you see we mark at the 4 hours supply over here. You get, so we come to the current price. You see that the market is reacting within that 4 hours supply, and this is Great Britain pound USD. So one reason why I believe that this market will sell is because we have a lot of high impact news for the dollar this week. We have the interest rate decision. We have Trump speaking tomorrow. We have some news today as well, Monday. We have a lot of high impact news, mainly the durable goods news that's going to happen by 2:30 p.m. West African African time. So if that news turns out positive for the dollar, you should see some massive sales coming for Great Britain pound against the dollar. So this is our view for Great Britain pound to sell. Okay, correction, because market does not go in one direction, keeps buying and buying. No, the market corrects. Okay, so this is it. Then we go to the next pair, which is USD JPY. So on USD JPY, we go to the weekly time frame. Let's update the weekly time frame chart. So this is the previous week. This is the previous week low over here. Okay, this is the previous week low over here. This previous week high over here. Then we go to the daily time frame. On daily time frame, market daily demand and daily supply. So regarding what I can see, the daily demand has been broken. Okay, so it's not a valid setup now for us to look for buys on USD JPY. So if I am to make amends to what I can see over here, I see another demand zone for dollar at this level. Let's mark that out, a demand zone, and market is likely going to respect, because one of the motives of the Bank of Japan this year is to cut short the carry trading principle that has been going on for decades. Carrying trade in the sense that the market, they will go and borrow money from Japan at low interest rates, because Japan has very little low interest rates. Then when they borrow the money in Japanese yen, they will transfer the money offshore to other countries like in US, in London, and invest in bonds and security exchange. Okay, so secured assets, I mean, so at high interest rates. So when they invest in US, they can be getting like 4% interest rate. That was in 2020 after the COVID-19. Interest rate went up about 4% in 2021, 2022. Okay, so that was the carry trading principle that was going on. But right now, the Bank of Japan is trying to cut it down, and they started hiking interest rates. Okay, with that in mind now, we have the dollar weakened against the Japanese yen. So we marked the daily demand zone on the chart. Okay, so for the 4 hours time frame, this is the 4 hours level, 4 hours demand. Okay, so this is the 4 hours. So from that, with that in mind, okay, the market already got to that level. So from here, we're expecting what, a buy from USD JPY. Okay, so this is going to be more like a corrective structure. You want to get at least minimum level where you should aim for. You take this Fibonacci from the swing high to the swing low of this move. Let me adjust that. Swing high to the swing low of this move. Minimum you should aim for is the 50% Fibonacci retracement to. Okay, that is the equilibrium price. 50% Fibonacci retracement to at least the price of the market should get to this level before it continues selling, because the market does not move in one direction. The market moves in waves. So this is what I see for USD JPY, this corrective structure to the upside, and getting to this like 50% Fibonacci retracement. Okay, then the next on the list is God's money. So gold has been parabolically moving to the upside. The last markup we had was over here. We wanted the market to have a rate test towards this zone and continue buying, but what the market just kept on buying. So for gold, let's go to the weekly time frame. We'll just be analyzing gold based on the continuation pattern. There's what they call continuation pattern in charts. So you'll be trading gold with continuation pattern. So this is the previous week high over here. This is previous week high, and then this is previous week low. So why this hike has been going, why this price jump has been going on gold, is because of the uncertainty going on in the whole world. Okay, and due to the tariffs that Trump said he will be imposing on 9 European countries, and he just changed his mind that he won't impose the tariffs anymore, and the war going on, all these are causing what? Price hikes for gold. And as well, there is going to be a revaluation of the gold price. There's going to be a revaluation of gold price. What this means is that the gold in the reserve, in the United States Reserve, an ounce price has been changed. Like the Trump administration is saying that they want to reevaluate the prices of the cost of the goods in their safe, so that they'll be able to know that this gold now can help them to offset some of the debts they owe to the other part of the world, because they have they have the highest quantity of gold in the whole world. So with this in mind, we'll just be trading this market based on quarter points. We'll be trading the market based on quarter points. Like now the market has broke 5,000. We're aiming for 5,100. Okay, aiming for 5,100. But it's more mainly based on continuation patterns. I repeat, the 5,100. Let's update this. Done. Then the next is 5,150. Just quarter points. $50 for 5,150. So come over here. We then adjust this. Terrific. So what I'm looking out for on gold is, like I say, continuation pattern. One of the continuation pattern I've seen now is breaking the previous week high. Once the market breaks a previous week high, is spotted to be going higher. It's spotted to be going higher. But this break happened very early in the morning, so it's none of our fault. So continuation patterns. This is what I mean by continuation patterns. Let me teach you guys a bit. This is when the market is trending to the upside. It can trend drastically without creating proper structures. Okay, so but in between all this, the market loses clues. The market loses, like when it creates a buy side liquidity. Okay, at the break of this buy side liquidity is where you get the continuation pattern to get in on another buy on gold. Okay, at the break, once the market wants to take out a buy side liquidity, that's where you get in on gold for the buys. Okay, so you drawing more like a trend or a demand and supply zone. You should working mainly with price figures now, quarter point price figures. Okay, and then once the market wants to take out a buy side liquidity for this level, now a buy side, this is where you now get in on an instant position for the buys on gold. Okay, but if you're able to know how to catch the trade at the tip here, okay, at the tip as a scalper, as a scalper, and take like 50 to 100 pips before this buy side liquidity is taken, that would be another good strategy to implement on gold right now. So with this in mind, let me clean all this, and then for gold we'll be estimating more buys. Okay, we'll be estimating more buys for gold, at least minimum to 5,150. Continuation patterns will be involved, but going down to a lower time frame will help spot out more of the continuation pattern on gold. So with that in mind, let's go to the next pair. The next pair is silver. This is the brother of gold. Okay, so this was our markup for last week. We said silver should head to 95 and 100, and it has crossed 95 and 100, which is terrific. So let us update this week. We go to weekly time frame, mark out the previous week high and previous week low. This is the previous week high over here. This is the previous week high. Then we mark out the previous week low. Mark out the previous week low. This is the previous week low over here. Great. Then we go to the daily time frame. On the daily time frame, we mark out the daily demand and daily supply. But this time around, the only level I can see is they call it area optimization zone. That's the level I can see on silver. This level over here, it's more of a optimization zone, but that won't matter because price has gone way past that level. So what we're trading with now is more like I said, continuation patterns and quarter points. We're trading with continuation patterns and quarter points. So what I mean by that is now the market is at 109. The next level you can be aiming for now is 110. I think the market has already reached 110, which it could still get to again. 110. Then another level is 115. Okay, so with this in mind, whenever the market gives a little pullback, like you can see over here, this little pullback, like the way the market created this impulsive wave, at this pullback, this is where you should be getting in for your buys, because this buy side liquidity was taken here. Buy side liquidity was taken. So whenever the market comes back to give this discount, this was meant to be the entry to jump towards 100. Okay, so watching out for such buy side liquidity again. When the market gives us a little pullback on a lower time frame, like the 1 hour time frame or the 15 minutes time frame or 5 minutes time frame, that's where you're getting potential entry opportunities. Let's go down to the 15 minutes time frame. Let me swatch for you guys an entry opportunity for silver based on this continuation pattern of the thing. Okay, you can see over here now, even today, this morning, there is a continuation pattern that played out here. You can see over here, the market created this impulsive wave, a corrective wave here, impulsive wave, and then corrective wave, a corrective wave again, then impulse to the downside. Okay, and created some structure here. So at this point where the market's now changed character on a lower time frame, this is the point where you now look to get in on these buys, and then this will be your trade for silver. So not to complicate things, okay, even on later time frame you can still spot trading opportunities for this market. So you should know how to be able to get in on continuation patterns. That's what I'll actually advise you guys on. Okay, on lower time frames, and then use quarter points to identify your profit level. Okay, and then use risk tolerance to identify the amount of money you're about to lose when the market goes against you. And also try and use quarter points on identifying your risk management as well. So the next on the list is Bitcoin, people's money. So for Bitcoin, there is a news that is out that the net outflows of Bitcoin skyrocket this past weekend. Okay, when I'm talking about outflows, I'm talking about ETFs. Okay, a lot of analysis has been done for the bull run markets that happened last year, 2025, and this analysis, I actually read the article, and they were like, if you bought $10 worth of Bitcoin products, you bought $10 worth of meme coin products, you bought $10 worth of game fee products, you bought $10 worth of DeFi products, and every other product that is out there, real world assets, AI, and minimum, as at December 2024 and held it throughout December 2025, you would actually lose money in every single sector. The only sector that will be profitable for you is just the top 5 coins in the whole world. Go and check the top 5 coins. Okay, go and check top 5 coins, which is Bitcoin, Ethereum, USDT, BNB, and one more coin. I think it's either Solana or so. So if you are just held these top 5 coins, okay, and there's an index now in the crypto world, you'll be able to be profitable. Or if you held ETF products, you'll be able to be profitable. Why I'm talking about this is this, the Bitcoin market and the bull run market was manipulated. The Bitcoin market and the bull run market was manipulated last year. It was highly manipulated last year. So one thing you need to know is that in trading, you should find a way to be ahead of the curve by listening to the news that's going on. So the news going on right now is that institutions and hedge funds are pulling out from ETFs, Bitcoin ETFs. They remove roughly 1.6 trillion worth of liquidity in these ETFs. And when money is being pulled out from an asset class, it is going into another asset class. The question is, which asset class is it going to? That's the question you ask yourself. Okay, so possible asset classes can go into is gold. Possible asset classes can go into is silver. Okay, possible asset classes can go to is businesses. Okay, but one thing you need to know is that Bitcoin is selling, but gold is buying. Gold has bought 17% just this month of January. Okay, but if you check Bitcoin actually dropped in percentage. Okay, So this is January 1st. This is January 1st. So Bitcoin is back to its original price at which it started in January. Okay, let's spot it. This is January 1st. This was where Bitcoin was January 1st by 9 a.m. So the market is back to this price. But me, my level to buy Bitcoin from it has not even gotten to it yet. So let me just save this. Based on the article I read, institutions are taking profits. Institutions are taking profits. So on the weekly time frame, let's mark out the previous week high and previous week low. This is the weekly time frame. So this is the low, previous week low over here. This previous week low. And this previous week high over here. Good. Then we go to the daily time frame. I already marked out the daily demand zone we are buying off from. The market has not gotten to that demand zone yet. So with that in mind, let's go to the 4 hours time frame. 4 hours time frame, let us try and mark out the 4 hours demand zone as well. Okay. That's a little bit tricky. So with that in mind, once the market gets towards here on Bitcoin, that's what I'll be more interested, like the 85,600 level. Okay, 85,600 level. Once it gets to that level, then I'm more interested to buy. Okay, then the next is Ethereum, people's money. Okay, so for Ethereum, we already called out a buy trade on Ethereum. Let's just update this chart. On the weekly time frame, let's mark out the previous week low. This is the previous week low over here, and this is the previous week high over here. This previous week high over here. Great. Then we'll go to the daily time frame. On the daily time frame, mark out the daily demand and daily supply, which I already marked out in the past. And from this level, I'm expecting a correction for Ethereum. Although a lot of institutions have started spotting sells for Ethereum, they are more on the sell side. Institutions are more on the sell side. Retail traders are more on the buy side. So institutions are saying that there is more likelihood of Ethereum to drop down more, okay, due to this break below 3,000. Okay, this break below 3,000 and this retest. This is more like a retest. They're expecting the price of Ethereum to drop down more, at least to this 2,630 or $2,718 per Ethereum. Okay, so this is the markup for the data on institutional level. But right now on the retail level, we already have a buy on Ethereum. This is more like a corrective structure buy. Okay, but the market does not move in one direction. We want to take these buys. Once it gets to a target of 2,940, we now start positioning ourselves for the sells on Ethereum. Then the next is XRP USDT. Okay, so XRP, let's go to the weekly time frame and update this. So on the weekly time frame on XRP USDT, this is the previous week low over here. This previous week low, and this is previous week high over here. And this previous week good. Then we'll go to the daily time frame. Daily time frame, we mark out the daily demand, daily supply. I already marked the daily demand over here. This supply is all the way up here. Daily supply is all the way up here. The market has not gotten there, which is like $2.5. So then this is the level I'm expecting the market to buy from. Okay, it's already started buying. So if the market comes back a bit for XRP, okay, we'll be taking a buy on XRP to the upside. We already took a buy on Ethereum. Okay, so the market comes back to entry. You see, the market came back to the entry where we got in on our January 1st signal, which we sent. So it came back to our entry price and is now buying to the upside. So if there's any little pullback again, we'll get in on these buys. Okay, don't FOMO on this. Be patient. The market will come to our entry. Okay, so that being said, let's go to the next and the last, which is Litecoin. Okay, Litecoin has been choppy. Okay, no massive volume in it yet. So let's update the charts. On the weekly time frame, mark out the previous week high and the previous week low. Let's mark out the previous week high and previous week low. This is the previous week low over here. This is previous week low over here. This previous week high over here. This previous week high over here. Terrific. Then we go to the daily time frame. On daily time frame, this is the daily demand with spot over here. The daily demand with spot over here. So the market is currently inside the daily demand on Litecoin, and from this level, we're expecting a pullback. Okay, little pullback to the upside, and you can see the market is gradually preparing for that pullback on the Litecoin. It has not moved yet because volume and liquidity has not really gone into this trade yet. Okay, so with that in mind, there's going to be a pullback on Litecoin. I think investors are not really interested in buying Litecoin right now. That's why it has not actually pushed to the upside. So if it breaks this previous week high, at least, and gets to this top, this level, this will be my level of concentration. Okay, so that's what I see right now for Litecoin. Okay, so we're calling out this signal. Join our signal group. The link is going to be on the description, or you can just copy it and paste it on Chrome. This is the link on Chrome. So it's Linktree. Okay, Linktree/TonyFX. This is the spelling of Linktree. LINKTRIEE/TonyFX. You can see it here. Okay, /TonyFX. TonyFX is together, TONYFX. Okay, so once you click on that, you can now scroll through our services, our products, and many more. Okay, if you scroll to the end, you can see why this is our LinkedIn page. You can follow us on LinkedIn, on Twitter, on Instagram, our Facebook community, our TikTok, our WhatsApp group, our Telegram. Okay, this is Tenants Digital in Telegram group where you get crypto signals. Okay, this particular one, this is where you get the crypto signals. Okay, but this is where you get the Forex signals here. Join Forex Made Easy Telegram group. This for Forex. So if you want to get funded, we have our recommended prop firms. We have 2 recommended prop firms here. The first recommended prop firm is Blueberry. You can get up to $50,000 from Blueberry, which I got this past weekend. Register for Synthetics Broker. I recommend Derive. Forex Broker is Hot Forex, and these are some of our channels. Like on YouTube, you can get our education. This video will be dropped on YouTube as well. Then you can schedule a meeting with me over here with the master trader. If you have any discussions or any intentions, you can schedule a meeting with me here, and many more. You can also get our trading insights, top 2 trading signals I used to make profits this week. You can get it over here. It's a free insight as well. Then for our website, these are websites, our official website, www.tenantdigital.com. On this website, we teach you how to be able to trade the financial markets. We have our courses and our services all embedded on this website. So let's log in. Click over here, login. Okay, so once you have actually subscribed for a product or a service, probably the 1 month training or the 3 months training or the 6 months training or 1 year training, I'll suggest you go for the 1 year training. The 1 year training gives you a premium membership access. This premium membership access now is going to give you a trading capital worth up to $10,000. Okay, you're also going to get our robots. We have artificial intelligence, which is going to help you to trade. Okay, you're also going to get access to all our courses. You can see over here the course materials, which is 10x Crypto Academy course materials, our audio books, our rise and grind sessions, our pro forex course, our beginner forex part 1A, beginner forex part 1B, and NASDAQ course. All these courses is going to be on your arsenal at your disposal to be able to gain the insights you need and knowledge you need. Then we also introduce few services. Like if you come over here where you have the services session, see it's a new product. If you click on the services session, you're going to have access to buy airtime. You can buy airtime through our website. You also buy data on our website and get your cable TV subscription done through our website, and also pay for your electricity or utility bill on our website. So this is a new program that was integrated by our IT guy. So with that in mind, now you see that you can get way more value from our website. As well, we're working on a webinar session whereby we're having live webinars, and all the links will be uploaded on the live webinars. Okay, everything is still in tax right now, but it's only for the paid members that can access the live webinars we do right now. We had a webinar yesterday, so the paid members got access to the live webinar. So moving forward, when we want to now have general webinars, we will also be dropping a link on this so that those who have the free or the paid services can also get access.
Don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more videos like this.